Welcome back to another message crawler update. Today I'm going to show you a better way of loading DAT files into message crawler. Let's go to my screen. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the new version of message crawler, and we've all know the import DAT feature where you can just select the DAT file and it will be parsed into columns and loaded, and each field is going to be a text field, but that's not the optimal way of working with your data. So now we have import DAT advanced, which is giving you multiple options for your delimiters, encoding, and the best of all, it will allow you to map field types to specific columns. So let's click on the DAT file, and what this will do is just read the header column and give you a list of different fields that have been found. Now you can manually modify some of these field types, or you can use power of artificial intelligence, take a guess for you, which is going to be this button right here, guess based on file name. And of course, by power of artificial intelligence, it's just some if-then statements based on what words are contained in a field name. So nothing super fancy here. Now what you see here is timestamp has been modified to date time field. This will allow us to sort by that field without needing to pad that date to be year, month, day, right? It'll work like you would expect in any database. And other field types that are available are integers and decimals, so you can work with numbers as well. If you already have data loaded in the grid, you can use this use existing option, and it will cross-reference your existing grid for what the types were used before, and it'll try to match them up here. And on the bottom here, before we hit the import button, we have an option to append, which means it will append data to the grid. So this way you can merge multiple DAT files into one bigger collection, which is great if you have 5-6 forensic exports and you just want to take them all and convert to RSMF. So you can use append button. And you can use add column with file name. This way you know what file this data is coming from. So I'm just going to check that. And so when I hit import, you'll notice a couple of things. It says imported from, and it has text messages .dat. So this column didn't actually exist. This column was added by the import process, and it will allow us to separate data from multiple files if we are loading data from multiple places. Now the other thing you'll notice is this timestamp, and the header is in a different color. So it's a darker color, and that indicates that this is date. It's not a text column. Now because we have blanks, sorting here is not going to be great, but if I click on the header, you can see that sorting does work. And if you need to, you can sort by this field. If we had like a numeric field, you'll be able to sort by that field as well. And again, if we want to add more data, we just can go to import DAT, select, and I'm going to load same file twice. Why not? We're going to now use existing field mappings and see how it grabbed that. We're going to say append, do this, click OK. And now if we scroll down, we'll see that, oh, well, we have 2 of each number because I've applied sort by control number. Of course, this is not useful, but if you had 2 different DAT files, it would have been. The other thing you can do here to prevent this, you can create like a new field or assign control number field and renumber data as it's getting loaded into the grid. So you could load one DAT file, renumber, load next, renumber. This is one way you can deal with duplicates in your collection. All right, so that's a new feature, new import DAT advanced, where you can map fields. Oh, there's one more thing I gotta show you. And if we were to have a DAT file that is corrupt, which I made a bad DAT file right here, I'm gonna click on open, I'm gonna say import. You will get an error message now saying that there is a corruption at specific record. And if we are going to close it, you'll see that the data was imported anyway, and we have some rows and we have an error message saying malformed CSV malform something else. So this will load partial data. It'll load to the best of its abilities, and if fields shift or there's some kind of problem, well, you will have a field here that tells you that there was a problem, and you can take appropriate action. You may want to delete those records or do something else, or maybe you want to export it to a database anyway and manually fix it somehow. But now you have options of loading partially good data and also knowing where there is a problem. So again, you can call back whoever sent you the data and say, look, and this doc IDs contain problems, please resend it to us. All right, so that is a new DAT import feature. Hope you guys like it. If you do, please let me know. I spend a lot of time working on it, so any feedback is great. All right, thank you for checking out this video. I'll talk to you guys later.